Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video, and today we're going to be talking about the New York Knicks potentially signing a three-time All-Star and 2019-20 season Steal Champ and 2019-20 All-NBA Ben Simmons, as reported right after the Knicks hired Mike Brown as their new head coach, that they have checked in on Ben Simmons and potentially adding him in. I think this signing would make sense for the New York Knicks after, hiring Mike Brown. Mike Brown is known as a defensive coach, so it would be interesting to add in Ben Simmons to the fold. Look, Ben Simmons is a great defender. I know people talk a lot of crap about him, about being scared to shoot the ball, and just not being the scorer, as good of a scorer as he's never really been a great scorer. The most points per game he's averaged in a season is 16 points per game. But he's not as good of a scorer as he was once ago, with Philadelphia. And so that's the interesting thing, that, he's not as good as a scorer. And some of the other things he still does kind of well: defense, facilitating, rebound. Doesn't quite do it as good as he did before, but I think he's still a really solid defender. He's still a really solid defender and a really good facilitator, great passer. That's one thing that's never changed about Ben Simmons throughout the years. Even though he's had some really bad years over the last couple of years, he is still a really good passer, really good rebounder. He was averaging 5 rebounds and 7 assists per game with Brooklyn this season in 25 minutes per game before he got bought out by the Nets and then signed with the Clippers. And then he, with the Clippers, averaged 4 rebounds per game and 3 assists per game in only 16 minutes per game. So still a great facilitator and rebounder and defender. And I think for that reason, that's why this would be a really solid addition for the Knicks. They've got a lot of talented shooters and scorers on this team. You just added in 6th Man of the Year winner Jordan Clarkson from a couple seasons ago. Gershon Yabusele is added to this bench. You've got Deuce McBride off the bench as well. And then the starters, of course, you look at guys like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. There's a lot of talented scorers and playmakers around this Knicks team, where Ben Simmons can get the basketball to, being a great facilitator and great passer. So I think it'd be a good fit for him. And I think it makes sense with Mike Brown, knowing that he likes defense and Ben Simmons still can bring that. I think if you look at the contract he had before he was bought out by Brooklyn, where that was an absolute crazy contract he was making. But if you could sign Ben Simmons and give him maybe $4 or $5 million, that's a really nice signing for this New York Knicks team, to add in Simmons, a great passer, a great defender, and a great rebounder. So let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Knicks in the comment section, and peace out.